course, in the new issue of a popular Australian magazine, another continent entirely, this is so big because it's like this dude left, everywhere and went to another continent and then, just got into a magazine. Davido talks about the End Sars protest, his love for music, international recognition, politics, his new album, and many other things. When asked about his involvement in the End Sars movement, he had this to say: "That was probably the first time in my generation to have seen people come out and really protest like that. I wasn't there as a leader of any movement. I was there as a citizen that was also worried about what was going on. I personally don't really have any police trouble. Of course, it rolls with entourage and, escorts and all of that. But because of who I am, I see that from people on a daily basis. It was something I really had to get involved in. It's crazy because when we made that record, End Sars hadn't even started yet. And it's talking about, one of his popular music, which we don't want to talk about right now, where he dropped it 2 weeks before the End Sars movement, started. And he also spoke about his humanitarian work and his work with UNICEF. He said, first of all, shout out to UNICEF. Davido says he makes music to be happy and his fans should expect new music by February 2022. So for those of you that think I hate Davido on this stage, will say I love that dude and I'm always looking forward to his album. I'm always looking forward to his next body of work. And every time that man is winning, I'm really happy because you want to know why? Because he keeps to his mantra, we rise by lifting others. And I can, I know real life testimonies, I can give you a series of testimonials about the things that Davido has done for people in his camp, people in his community and all of that. So big shout out to that man right there. And I love the fact that actually, she spoke about End Sars because police brutality hasn't really ended. And I want to use this opportunity to actually bring in, the late husband of Dora Akili, who was also assassinated recently. Even, no organization has come to, take responsibility for his mother. But at the end of the day, we know that this was a man that was targeted and it was a really graphic video. So it's not just about, regular citizens anymore. Nobody is safe. I remember I was talking on the show yesterday and then I got a call from my mom instantly saying, look, bro, you're revealing too much. There are kidnappers everywhere. Do you understand? And I know she will probably still call me and say, you just revealed another one. But the truth is, if you actually think about it, our fears are valid. Do you understand? Because we live in a country where insecurity is not,
at its peak.
It's not something we have anymore. We don't even have any form of security. The people that are supposed to protect us are the ones taking our lives. And I like the fact that this guy went to another continent and still brought up this whole End Sars movement. And then, of course, big shout out to everybody who came out during that period and to everyone who lost their lives. May your souls rest in perfect peace. And of course, justice will be served. Every great country was built on blood, sweat, and tears. And I think some will fall by the roadside and some will keep going. And then just don't think, some deaths are in vain. It was a death.
First of all, I say shout out to Davido for having this cover with the Australian magazine. That's a big deal. He moved out of the continent and he's still speaking about things that matter to us. Like, that is actually a big deal. Then back to the End Sars movement, the biggest protest, in his own words, that he has ever seen. I mean, that's for everybody. That's for everybody. Like, during that period, we saw the way people were united. We could actually say that there's actually unity in diversity. We have so many cultures, we have so many ethnicities, but people came together, we carried the flag, we moved around, we prayed, we cried, we stood under rain, under sun, we were protesting for our rights. So we could see that Nigeria we're blessed, basically. Even if we are going through the police brutality, so many problems, kidnapping and all the insurgency and stuff, but we can also see that we still have diversity and there's still unity in the diversity. So I feel like that's a good thing. And at its independence now, celebrating our unity and diversity and looking forward to better things.
Clap for yourself, my sister. Cute it. I was hoping that was how you would end it, and you never disappoint.
Hey, be fair. Stop it.
Anyways, guys, let's move on to another story, and this one is a story we've been following for a while now, so it's only right we bring it back to you, and if there's any development, we'll definitely still bring it back to you. So on-air personality Nedu has returned to the State Criminal Investigation Department in Panti, Yaba, Lagos, with his 2 daughters a day after claiming to have gotten them unanimously from his wife. The OAP made this known during a chat with a popular newspaper company in Nigeria on Wednesday, September 29, 2021. And he said, since she said she did not willingly give me the kids and that we seized the kids from her, I'm at Panti now to return the kids, but she is nowhere. He said she has turned off her phone and she has done everything for us not to reach her. I hope you can write that, he told the interviewer. And one of Uzo Maka, which is estranged wife relatives, however, told the same newspaper that she had been hospitalized and had also been invited by the Lagos State Ministry of Justice. So real quick, I just want to say I love the way Nedu is handling everything by the books. I said this initially, when the story, that this guy is doing everything by the books, right? Yeah. Even though the only thing we had a problem with was him not blowing out his son's name, when he did with the DNA test. But every other thing this guy has done is according to the law. Like, so yes, if you really have a case, please come forward. And it just seems like if I would call her, like, she is the problematic one in this case. She
has issues. Like, we could see from the story, even from the beginning, we could see that she actually has, I think something is wrong with her mentally. I don't know what the problem is. But my issue with this story,
like she wants fame?
Really? You put yourself in this situation looking stupid with your kids?
Don't you know some brands will buy into all of this?
What
BS?
Brand, Ife?
Oh.
Nah. No, my problem with this...
I think this is the country that is so easy for anybody to be famous. Just do anything silly. And
then brands coming for it is a different thing. You might be famous for just stupidity. Nobody will come to you. They won't pay you. So that one is just another case. But I feel like my problem with this is that carrying the kids to the police station, trying to make a point. I don't know. I feel like that scenario...
You're being accused wrongly.
It's kind of, I don't know.
Being accused
for
wrongly,
the kids...
See, just do everything to make it all clean, because at the end of the day, I think the kids are better off with their father than with
I don't like the way they're adding their kids into all of this. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, I feel
don't think
the kids
they shouldn't be in this
but at the end of the
messy
day,
situation.
Get involved when they grow up.
So long as on social media and they're putting out their business there.
So let's just make it. I think there's a good communication skill between the parents and the children. So I think they are well aware of everything going. See, kids are not kids anymore these days. So you see a 10-year-old that
they have phones,
that they have
Instagram, they're on Twitter.
I remember when they said Monfa bought his kids iPhone 13. Yeah. Do you understand? And those kids are really very young. Yeah, so imagine what a 13-year-old child will be doing with iPhone 13. I'm just saying, trying to rhyme.
I think another lesson I took from this story is that we should know our partners. If Nedu knew who he was getting involved with, he wouldn't be in all this messy rubbish right now. He won't be here. We won't be talking about him. We won't be talking about his kids. So I feel like people don't really know who they are getting involved with before they now enter relationships, enter marriages. That's the commitment of the commitments. Like, you're entering a marriage with someone, you don't really know who this person is. You don't know the person can be.
And if they do switching up, maybe he would have.
He would have backed out.
To get to the